the following presentation of the National Football League.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like central casting. Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Nix to the air. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. To throw is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
Another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll go play action with Nix. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Nix. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. That was a big throw right there on third and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on third and goal. Because really, second down, second and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. Third down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
That's good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And how about Geno Smith? The number of times we've looked at his career and said, here's something new for him. And that's exactly what we're talking about with his move to Las Vegas after 5 seasons in Seattle. Over 70% last season completion percentage. And the Raiders, they definitely need that type of efficiency in Vegas. And the best part, he has a head coach in Pete Carroll who really believes in him.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 35, here's second down and 3. Throwing is Smith. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Alex Singleton making the play defensively.
6 yards.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's 3rd and 9. Smith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the 1st drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Over the middle. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
To throw, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
Now they'll switch it up here. Look to throw. And he's He's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Malcolm Kuntz. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Working out of the gun is Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Following the made field goal, wants to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Gino. Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
It's a gain of 32.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
On 1st down, it's Ginty. Oh, he shifts past him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to Ginty on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 2nd down and 8. Gino now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Ginty. He's got room to roam. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Gino. He'll get this out to Genty. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now Smith. Toward the pylon, caught. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. They'll go. Here's Genty. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And now where are they going to mark him here? Oh, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. They better be careful just getting it back to the 1-yard line. This defense, they're smelling safety right now.
And this isn't all about the offensive line. This is about everyone understanding you're trying to get away from your own goal line. And those guys on the other side of the ball, they're going to actually call it and try and get upfield and try and get a safety. They've got to be extremely careful.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Final shot before break. Nix throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Ten 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Looking to put a drive together. Out of the gun, Smith. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off of play action. Here's Smith. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, 76 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, They know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Nix to the air. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
Yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Somebody got a boy. Watch boy.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. A give up the middle to Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Nix. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Dobbins hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he's into the clear. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton from 3 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now here come the Raiders. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Once again, it's Genty. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Gino going to hand it to Genty. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. On the zone read again to Genty. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Lockett the man in motion. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. That one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
A 53-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Let's step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free than what they're trying to get done on offense. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And 9 yards to go.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to turn it into the kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 12 yards that time, and Las Vegas first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Smith. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Now Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Carlson now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
17.
That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Looking to put a drive together. That's taken in by Franklin.
Nixon's pass complete to Troy Franklin. 2 yards. 7-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Off the play fake, Nix. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Able to find Mims. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to the air with Nix. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 48-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. To throw, here's Nix. Quickly into the hands of Mims.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes 2nd down. Now Dobbins. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, Neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.